Sit up nice and tall through the spine. Let the arms just rest along your legs for a moment. Turn your gaze low or close the eyes. Bring awareness and fullness to the breath, our body, ready for this time for practice. And for a moment, nod your chin down to the chest as a point of internal gratitude, the ability to practice, the means to practice. Rock the head from side to side here, right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. This morning's practice will be my last in this house that I've lived in for 12 years. Definitely feeling the sentimental value of that. Keep the right ear over towards the right shoulder here. So for me, sending a little love and dedication to this space that's given me practice. Take the left hand on top of the right ear and give it a little bit of a tug out to the side. Or sorry, that's probably your right hand on top of the left ear. And then bring the hands back to the thighs. Go chin to chest and left ear over towards the left shoulder. Walk right fingertips out and left hand on top of the head. So giving intention, dedication to the space that you are in now, physical space, parents' home, outside in your backyard, all the wonderful places that we have to gather. All right, chin back down to the chest here. And then gently lift the head, open the eyes. And we'll make our way to all fours. As we set up for all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Just a gentle rocking back and forth of the spine and cat and cow here. Going through what for me is pretty traditional movement and the opening, and we'll get into a longer flow of sun salutations today. From cat and cow. Open the knees wider, big toes together, sit back in child's pose. Here in child's pose, reach the hands out long in front of you. Be on your fingertips, lift the forearms, elbows, upper arm bones to the sky. That little hollowing underneath the armpit. A good stretch all the way back, hips towards the heels. And we'll walk both hands over towards the right side. Enjoy the reach out to the left hand, the pull back on the left hip. Walk your hands across the center over to the second side for the same actions. This time reach out to the right hand but pull back on the right hip. Come back to the middle. Through all fours to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Pedal out your feet. Stay there in down dog for several rounds of breath. And then bend the knees a lot and walk your hands backwards to your feet. A ragdoll pose here with a bend in your knees. Stay folded over. Relax the torso. Hold on to the elbows. Sway a little bit side to side. Let the breath go. And then slowly roll yourself up to standing. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. Roll the shoulders forward and down as well. Slow walk up to the front of the mat. Really feel your feet heel all the way up, ball to toe. Here in mountain pose, extend the arms down by your side. And inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, extend from the hips out to the crown of the head. Step back to plank. And lower flat down to the mat. Peel your chest up for cobra. Press down through the hands and feet. Change to downward facing dog. Look in between your hands. Step or jump to the front of the mat. And then inhale, half lift. Hands can be as high as the thighs, as low as the ground to give you the extension. Fold over your legs. Again, inhale. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. And bring palms together, center of the chest. That little moment of gratitude in between. And then we start again. Lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, plank, and lower down. Toes or knees as you lower down. Peel the chest up a little more or a lot for cobra. Down dog. Stay there, breathe there. On an inhale, look to your hands. On your exhale, step or move forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, reach the arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. One more round, Surya Namaskar A. Lift, fold, half lift. Plank, lower down, cobra, and dog pose. Look to the hands, move forward, half lift, fold. Stand, reach the arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. Pause here for a couple of breaths. Gathering how the movement of the practice further provides intention for this day. Okay, we'll continue with a flow, changing it up though. Lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Now keep the right foot forward and step your left foot back into a lunge. Add the twist, right hand up to the sky. Down dog lunge, bring the hands out to the top corner of the mat. Spin the back heel down, open up the hips in the opposite direction. Walk it back into your low lunge with the hands to the inside of your foot. So provide yourself just a little more space. Set the back knee down. Pull the back heel in towards your seat. Quad stretch with a twist. So if you bring your left hand out for balance, right hand up and around, hold on to your back foot. Reach for your back foot. And release the quad stretch. Go back to downward facing dog. Come forward to plank pose. Flat against the mat. Cobra. And again, down dog. Next, inhale, look to your hands, step or jump to the front of the mat. And then inhale again, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stand, reach both arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. Second side, lift up. Exhale and fold. Take the half lift first. And then left foot forward, step your right foot back for your low lunge. Feet hip distance apart, square off the hips. Then add the twist, left arm up. Down dog lunge, bring the left hand to the inside of the foot, spin the back heel down, walk the hands out. Feel as though the hips are more lifted, push into the back foot. And then change for the quad stretch. So you walk the hands back in to your low lunge, lower the right knee to the ground, take the right hand forward and off to the side, pull the back heel in. Lots of stretch there. You can add on by reaching the left hand towards or holding on to the left foot. Let the shoulders and chest open towards the sky. We'll release the back foot. Step it all the way backwards to downward facing dog. Move through the vinyasa flow, forward to plank, down to the mat, cobra, and down dog. Look in between the hands, step or jump to the front. Half lift and fold. Stand, rise, arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. Surya Namaskar B starts with Utkatasana. Bend the knees, sit into the thighs, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. I'm going to switch up the vinyasas here. Step back to plank and hold. Keep the right hand down, spin to the outer edge of the right foot. Take side plank, left arm high. And then switch sides. Left hand down, spin to the outer edge of the left foot. Right arm up. We've been working through side planks, so of course take the variations that have worked for you this month. Go back to full plank. Hips high for down dog. And then right leg up into the air. Step it all the way through. high lunge. Keep the back heel lifted. Bring the torso upright and arms to the sky. Hinge forward, reach the arms forward, push the hips back. And take a twist here, left elbow towards the right side. Lifted or hooked all the way to the outside of the right thigh. Try to point the right elbow up to the sky. Keep the hips lifted enough that you can make the back leg straight to further entertain your balance. Untwist, take the hands down, step to plank. And we do that side plank work again. Right hand stays down, left arm up. It's a quick hold. Left hand down, spin the feet, right hand up. Both hands down through down dog. Three-legged dog, lift the left leg into the air. Step it all the way through to your low lunge. And take the arms to the sky. Threw me off balance there, kiddo. Arms up, torso up. And then hinge, forward, reach, reach, reach. Pushed into your right heel. Add the twist, palms together, right elbow towards the left knee. Again, can stay more lifted or all the way across. Looking good here. Untwist. Set the hands down. Step it back. Plank position. No, there's not. Lower it down. Cobra. Peel the chest up. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Look in between your hands, step or jump to the front of the mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Chair pose again. Bend the knees, sit into the thighs. Extend the arms. And then stand up and bring palms together, center of the chest. One more round, a bit like this, with a little bit of difference. Bend the knees, sit into the thighs, Utkatasana. Start with the twist here, so palms together. Take the left elbow towards the right side. Again, palms more towards the center, right elbow to point it straight up to the sky. And from here, we're gonna try to step into the lunge. So right foot stays forward, step back. Separate the hands, left arm down, right arm up. And then change, left hand down to the floor on the big toe side of your foot, so give yourself space. Lower the back knee down and we're back towards that thigh stretch. Reach the right hand to the back foot. Release the back foot. Untuck the knee, lift the left leg back off of the ground. Warrior two, spin the back heel down, rise all the way up with arms in either direction. Reverse warrior, take the palms up, reach the right arm towards the sky. And then like a cartwheel, spin the arms down around your front foot and step back to plank pose. Here we're simply holding plank. And then shift the hips to lift up and back. Lift the right leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Step it all the way forward in between your hands. Spin the back heel down. Warrior one now as you come upright. Torso stays towards the front, short end of the mat. Lift your arms up to the sky. Warrior one. Lower the hands back down. Step back to plank. Hold it. Down dog, lift the hips up and back. Take the left leg high. Step it all the way forward. Warrior one, spin back heel down, come upright, arms to the sky. Lower the hands either side of the front foot. Again, step back to plank. And here, just that steady hold of plank versus the vinyasa to show the steadiness of the house built around us. Down dog. Lift the hips. And then look forward in between your hands. Step or jump all the way to the front end of the mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Stand all the way up. Bring the palms together, center of the chest. Okay, body should be begging for the second side here. Even ourselves out. Go back to chair pose. We'll go through all of the opening movement. Palms together for this cycle. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. I like to keep my gaze down to make the transition into the lunge easier. Find a spot, stick with it. Step your right foot back into your long lunge. From there, we tried opening the hands, right arm down, left arm up. Shift the right hand, if not already, wide to the big toe side of the foot. And then lower the right knee to the ground. Quad stretch, pull the back heel in. Reach the top hand to hold onto or reach towards the back foot. Try to keep your chest turned up and the gaze up now. Nicely done. We release. Lift the back knee off of the ground as you tuck the back toes under again. Change to warrior two. Spin the back heel down. Rise up, arms in either direction. Reverse warrior, turn the palms up, lift the left arm high, right arm down. And the cartwheel around your front foot. Step back to plank. This time we're just going flat down to the mat. Reach your hands back behind you. Turn the palms to face up to the sky. Lift everything that you can up in Shalabhasana, locust pose. Lower it down. Press back to child's pose. Knees wide, big toes together. Push it back. Soften here. Lift to all fours. From all fours, take your right leg up and back. Extend the left arm out in front, so opposite arm and leg. We're going to try for that quad stretch one more time. Kick the right heel in towards your seat. Then take the front hand back. Hold on to the front of your right foot. That probably kicked it over towards the left side. Try to square off. And to get the full extension and strength in the front of the right thigh, kick your foot into your hand as you lift everything up. Release the hold, arm and leg straight, and lower it down to all fours. Same work, second side, lift the left leg up and back. Lift the right arm out in front. Find a steady balance first. And then we add on to it our elevated bow pose. Kick the left heel in. Reach the right hand back. Again, try to re-square hips and shoulders by kicking left heel more towards the left side. And then as you push your foot into your hand, try lifting everything as high as we can. Nice strengthening element to the quad as we get a back extension here. Release. Take it down to all fours. Down dog so we can pedal out, shake it out. Lift the right leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. And then change, knee in towards the chest, hover forward and plank, and set it down for pigeon pose. Right knee behind the right wrist. Heel closer to the left side. Walk out the back foot and come down to your forearms. Here we can stay, breathe, soften for a moment. Build your torso more upright. Walk up to the hands, and then let yourself fall towards the right side. Swing your back leg all the way to the front. Take it into a twisted shape here, left foot to the outside of the right thigh. If better for you, extend the bottom leg out in front. If you'd like to keep it tucked, keep it tucked. And then we'll cross right elbow to the outside of the left thigh for another twist here. Look to the side or back. Okay, untwist back to the front. Sometimes it's easier to watch me do this really quick. We lean back and change to a figure four shape. So right foot goes flat, and then you're in your figure four. Left knee out towards the side. The closer you bring your right heel in, the more intense that's gonna be. So option is to keep it further out away. And then the last piece of this puzzle is to keep the shape of the legs, but to make your way down to your back. Thread the arms to hold onto the right leg. Cross the left knee all the way over the right, so it's the shoelace pose with the thighs crossed. Try to hold on to your opposite feet, like you're holding on to shoelaces. Heels can be out or in closer to the hips. Do what feels right. And then we'll fully uncross the legs, little bear hug in. From here, we'll rock all the way up and over to downward facing dog. It's a little momentum. Rock it up to your seat, cross it over to all fours, and stretch to down dog. Lift your left leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Change left knee in towards the chest, hover forward. And set the knee down towards the left wrist, pigeon pose on the second side. Tuck the front heel in closer to the right hip, come down to the forearms. Soften for a moment. Lengthen out the breath, stay here. And then walk it back up to your hands. Nice lift in the torso for a breath. And then fall towards the left side. Swing the right leg all the way to the front for the seated twist. Right foot goes over the left thigh. And again, you can keep the left heel tucked in or stretch it out. I have a hard time keeping my sit bones even close to square to the floor, so I like the extended leg. All right, we twist, look towards the right, left hand comes across the thigh. On an inhale, breath, untwist. Change to the figure four shape. So if we just lean back a little bit, come to the sole of the left foot, keeping the heel further away from the seat should make it a little more doable, though this is an intense pose for the hips, no matter what. Let's transition down to our back. Thread the arms to hold behind the left leg or on top of the left shin. Shoelace pose, cross the left leg all the way over the right. So it kind of starts out like eagle legs, but then we flare the feet and hold on. Again, best we can to the front of the foot. And I'm constantly pushing my feet into the hands, and the hands are kind of pushing back down to give that leverage. Resistance. Release the hands, unthread the feet, hug the knees into the chest, stay right here. Take the arms and legs straight up to the sky. Palms together, lift the head and shoulders off of the mat to try to touch fingers to the toes. We'll do our scissor crunch here. Right leg stays lifted, send the left leg down and lean towards your right side. Bring it back up to the center. These are slow, intentional, and controlled. Right leg goes down, left leg stays high, lean to the left. Your left shoulder wants to rest down, left ribs rest down. Try to lift it up, shoulder blade off of the ground. It's hard. Bring it back to the middle. First side once more. To the middle. Second side. And middle. Hug the knees into the chest. Take the hands out to a T shape. Let both legs go over towards the right side. Rest on the ground. If you'd like to cross a leg or extend the legs, feel free. I'm going to stick with the basics. Take the knees across your center and lay them down to the second side. And bring it all back into the middle. Set the soles of the feet flat down against the mat. Hip distance apart. Reach your hands down to brush close to or right against the heels. Bridge pose. Press through your feet. Shoulders back of the head and lift the hips. Here in bridge pose, squeeze the glutes. Really try to lift the front hip points straight up towards the sky. Hands can hold on to the edges of the mat or interlace underneath you. Hold bridge pose for a few more breaths here. Think toes straight ahead, push through the big toe. Release the hands on and release the hips back down to the mat. One more time, fold the knees into the chest. Stay there or take happy baby. Opening up the groin a bit, inner thighs. And then releasing soles of the feet back down to the mat, maybe a little windshield wiper from side to side. From here, I want you to unwind, do any last little bits of movement or big bits of movement that you'd like. And then find Shavasana. So if you need another minute to move before you find the stillness, please do. As you find the stillness, our attention goes back just to the breath. Let everything else sort of melt away. Focus on the inhale, the space between. The exhale, the space between. Full cycle of the breath that houses you. Yogis call the breath prana, life force. Slowly now bring a little awareness back to breath and body together, the movement in the fingers, the toes, stretch it out. And take your time to come to a seated position. Let's close this time together, palms together, thumbs to the sternum. As ever, giving gratitude for ourselves, each other, for this practice, the space that holds your practice. I'll close us in the sound of Om. Sing along, listen, tune it out. It's a transitional sound. Empty out the breath. Take a breath in. From the light in me, I bow to that same within you. Namaste.